Hey there, welcome back to another episode of the Blissful Biz podcast. I'm your host, Susanne Reicher, and today we are diving into 3 invaluable lessons I've learned in my business this year in 2023. This is episode 184. I'm so excited to be back with you here. Last week I talked about the last year, more from a personal point of view, like what happened, my big life changes, moving to a new country, those things. And this week, I want to kind of dive deeper into what I've learned in running my business this year. So it's not only my personal life, obviously, that provided the challenges, the opportunities. It was also, or still is, quite a challenging year for a lot of online businesses. And that's because things are different. Life has changed. A lot of coaches who started their business in 2020 or 2021 see that things are very different right now, myself included. And it's totally normal. It's like in 2020 and 2021, we had lockdowns. People spent a lot of time in front of their computers at home. And a lot of people were also like interested in learning something new online, right? So there was a lot of interest in that. And then also maybe, there was a little bit less noise in that industry, in the online learning industry, like yoga teachers teaching online, creating online courses, online programs, all those things. It exploded the last years. And it's amazing. It's amazing. It's also really amazing that people are outside now, that we are back, like having a social life, traveling, seeing friends, doing all those things and spending less time in front of our computers. So yes, while it might be challenging for my business, maybe for your business too, I also embrace it. Of course. And that's part of being an entrepreneur. We have to adapt. Might have to pivot our business model. And so I've seen a lot of that in 2023. And I also had times this year, and I don't know why, it's only middle of October when I'm recording this, and I feel like so much already in this planning the new year, looking back at this year mode. So that's why this episode really came to me, that I wanted to talk about this. So we have to pivot, we have to experiment, we have to change things in our business. So I had tough times this year as well. And so there are 3 things that I've learned. I've probably learned a lot more, but there are 3 things that I want to talk about, and 3 lessons that have shaped the way I approach entrepreneurship, how I approach running my business. So I hope they inspire you in your own journey. Okay, so lesson number 1 is all about showing up. It's about showing up consistently, going live, doing master classes, doing boot camps, doing events, like over and over and over again. I mean, I admire businesses, I really do, who just do like one big launch per year and that's it. I don't really know anybody in those businesses though where you feel that's the only thing they do. They show up all the time actually, and then they do affiliate launches and I don't know what else. So, but still, right? So to have that perfect plan and just do like one big launch and then that's it. That's not what I've seen working in my business. So I've been really showing up consistently, and it's different, in the past, when I just send a bunch of emails, for example, with a flash sale or a summer sale, it worked, right? Those weren't my biggest launches, but I always got sales. People were always happy to get like a special deal. And that didn't work anymore this year. It didn't work. I think it's it's harder to stand out with your content. And what worked for me was creating that little bit of excitement around selling, around launching something, around inviting people into my world. So when I did something like the Elevate Bootcamp or a free masterclass, that still worked. Right? That still created that excitement, that still got people to really commit to showing up, to watch it, to want to learn more, to look at my content, right? It's not that that content is suddenly better or like the other content is worse when I do a flash sale. It's just like getting people to notice what you're talking about. That got a little bit more difficult and challenging this year, definitely. So yeah, so we have to be a little bit louder maybe, but I think it's not that. It's really about putting really your full energy behind it. And that also means things like social media, Instagram. When I got a little bit lazy and I only posted like once or twice or maybe 3 times per week, and I didn't show up in my stories, nothing happened, right? Nothing happened. And that's the thing. If you want to grow your audience and you decide you want to use social media as a tool in your marketing strategy because you run a business. This is not a hobby, right? If you decide to use social media, you have to show up fully, right? You have to go live. You have to do reels. You have to do more reels. Just posting 1 reel per week just isn't going to cut it. I've seen that in my business. And I still believe it's really important to have another content platform besides social media. Like I have my blog, I have my podcast, and that's really creating longevity. That's content that stays visible for years and years and years. It's showing up on Google, right? When you have a YouTube channel, people are going to find your YouTube videos like even 5 years after you've posted them. And the same isn't true for social media. So that's content with longevity. And I really believe in that. I've seen it work in my business. And what I also love about it is really that it creates structure in my week. So I took a break from podcasting for a few months at the end of the summer because I wanted to experiment. I felt like a little bit in a rut. I wasn't really sure where I wanted to go with this show. And it was nice, right? But I also didn't really find something else that I did consistently. I lost my consistency. And that just doesn't work, right? So just having that idea, oh yeah, then I'm going to blog and then not doing it, that's not good. And that's a little bit of what happened to me. So I'm really excited to be back with podcasting, and I'm committed. Like I'm committed. I promised myself to put out an episode every single week. Can be shorty, doesn't matter, but it's going to be a new episode every single week. And I'm recording this actually on a Sunday. Doesn't matter. It's raining outside. I want to get ahead of my work week because I also have a friend visiting me. So, but I'm committed. I'm not like saying, okay, then I'm not going to do an episode this week, right? Because I have a friend here, I'm busy. No, I'm just like getting like on track. I'm recording this ahead and I'm going to put it out for you next week. And that's consistency, and it's so important. Consistently showing up. It all adds up. So being in the public eye, sharing your expertise, engaging with your audience, this not only builds trust, but it keeps your business relevant and competitive. And that's more important than ever. Go all in. Go all in on showing up. Show up as if you already would be the successful 6-figure business that you want to be. Show up as if you already would have thousands or 10,000 of followers or subscribers. Show up as that person. How would she or he show up in their business? What can you do today to show up as that person with that kind of content? That's what I'm working towards now as well. And I promise it really, really makes a difference. Lesson number 2 is an important one for any entrepreneur, actually no matter the year, right? Is that it's important to never stop innovating, experimenting, putting out new offers, not being afraid to fail. I created a bunch of new offers this year in 2023, and not all of them worked. So there was one course that I thought would be amazing to create about like setting up your business systems and business rituals. And I pre-sold it. So I created a masterclass, presented it, and then opened up cart. And before I even created a single lesson, and I just didn't see the sales that I was hoping for. I think I got like 2 or 3 sales, really not a lot. So I decided I'm not going to do it. It's not what my audience wants right now, and it might be what I think they need, but it's not what they want, right? That can be a difference. So I just refunded the people who bought, told them I'm super sorry, right? It's not going to happen. I have a few other resources for you, and shared that with them. And and I didn't create it. So it's still in the back of my mind. Something similar might happen. Maybe it was also the messaging, right? I might need to look at it a little bit more. But I was also fine to just move on. And so experimenting, pivoting, innovating, it's all part of running a business. It's so I've seen that with a lot of entrepreneurs, really successful entrepreneurs who've seen that what has worked in 2020 and 2021 didn't really work anymore. Just focusing on high ticket, just focusing on expensive one-on-ones. A lot of entrepreneurs have been doing that. They also pivoted. They offered services like design or marketing services. They started a low ticket membership. You've seen a bunch of those, right? And I started one as well. I felt really called to create an offer that's innovative and that's not free content, because I put out a lot of free content like this blog post, right? Like on social media, and a low ticket membership where people pay, they're already more committed to actually doing the work. It's a different community. It's a different energy. And I'm really excited about that. So it's not as successful yet as I was hoping it would be, right? It's a really slow start, but that's fine. I had a membership in the past. It takes time to build that momentum, to build that excitement, to get people in the doors, right? So I'm excited about my offers, about fine-tuning it, about fine-tuning the messaging, and growing it. I believe in it. I have that. You need to believe in your offers first, of course, before you can get anybody else excited about it. You need to believe that it's really, really amazing. And so I do that with all my offers, but I realize now, looking back, that I've also pivoted in some directions that didn't work, right? So in spring especially, and that, I don't know, like that made me question a lot of things, and that made me realize a lot of things as well, like failures. It's so important because that's how we learn. That's how we become better. And right now with my main programs, the Hive, which is my low ticket membership, and the mentorship, which is my hybrid one-on-one group coaching program. It's 12 months where we work really closely together. I feel really good about those 2 offers. There are changes happening. I'm still in a very creative mode right now, I feel, where a lot is suddenly showing up. So there's some pivoting going to happen in my niche, in my messaging. I'm not really ready to share that with you, but it's coming. And I'm just open to that. And it's so important, right? So, and that's also based on those hard times that I went through in 2023. So I had this summer, I was traveling. I was traveling back to Germany, where I organized my move of all my things, and I was traveling in my camper van. It was high season, trying to work on the road. It was like it was a difficult time. It was like also an emotional time for me somehow, and business was super, super slow. Like nothing really worked. Like all those strategies that I used like the last years didn't work, and it made me question a lot, which obviously it's always a lot of different things coming together that adds up. It's like what I talked about before, that we are in a different time, that people spend less time in front of their computers. There's a lot more noise. And then there were things that just didn't feel aligned with my offer suite. So there's all those things coming together. And then, when I realized that, and I changed things and I adjusted my strategies, my marketing strategy, my messaging, things changed, things picked up again, thankfully, right? So, that's like, being an entrepreneur ain't for the faint-hearted, my friend. Sometimes we have times that are really challenging. You don't see the revenue that you've been hoping for. You don't get the sales that you've been hoping for. And that's always an invitation to look deeper. And it's through these failures, it's not always a failure, right? But those challenges that innovation truly thrives. And that's how your business stays ahead of the curve, or can stay ahead of the curve, right? So you have the power of always turning things around. That's my lesson number 3. That's what I've learned too. You have the power of an entrepreneur to create revenue, to create wins. You just have to, out of nothing, you can create an offer and put it out there and share it with your audience, share it on Instagram, share it on social media, share it with your friends and family. And you create this out of nothing, and you can turn things around. And I love that part of being an entrepreneur so much. I'm still so excited about that it's possible that you create something like a digital offer, like an online course, just with your brain and your computer. That's really all you need. And it has the power to really change lives, to transform people's lives, and for you, and transform your life, because right now you can sell something and, change your life with that. I love that. It's something that didn't exist in this form just a few years ago. There's so much opportunity right now in the online education world. It's bananas, right? It's bananas. And when you're a coach or a yoga teacher or a healer, and you don't have any digital offers like an online group coaching program or an online course, you are leaving money on the table. You really do. And that's, of course, it's your prerogative. You can do that. It's always your choice. Nobody has to have an online business, but I'm guessing that if you're listening to this, you're a tiny little bit interested in that. And so you can always turn things around. You can build something out of nothing. You can adapt. You have the ability to adapt, to strategize, to pivot in the face of challenges. And that's a critical entrepreneurial skill, right? That you can grow, that you can get better in. And where it's helpful sometimes to have a coach to help you get in the right direction. Really think about, is that your niche? Is that a good idea? Maybe pivot things around, adapt, right? And it can help you when your business is struggling. Simply change things and change it to thriving, and turn challenges into opportunities. There's really no industry where it's so easy to do that, to turn challenges into opportunities. I truly believe that. And yeah, it's it's what I realized this year. So it's, even when things are tough, when you're questioning everything, that you have the power to turn things around and that things can change again. And that new opportunities open up always. And, I'm at the point where, like I said, there are more changes coming, and that can be scary too, right? I'm feeling the fear right now. It's do I really want to pivot, evolve my niche in that direction? It's scary, definitely, but it's also an opportunity. And I feel that this year it has made me ready for that, because it's been in the making actually a long time. And I've been holding myself back because of fear of really stepping up and embracing that new direction. So, and that year of facing challenges and turning things around, that has empowered me to go in that direction. So I'm excited about 2024. I hope you're too. I'm going to talk more about how to plan for the new year, how to plan when you're pivoting things, when you want to switch your niche, when you want to change things, how to do that. So there's a lot of exciting content coming. I really can't wait to share all that with you. And yes, so I hope that's helpful and inspiring to you, my essential lessons I've learned in my business in 2023. So I would invite you to show up, embrace innovation, and never underestimate the power of your entrepreneurial spirit. That's really it. So I hope these insights inspire you in your own business journey. And as always, thank you so much for tuning in to the Blissful Biz podcast. And if you found this episode helpful, please share it with your friends, with your fellow entrepreneurs. Don't forget to subscribe for more valuable lessons and experiences from a blissful business. And it really makes a difference. So really, if you like the show, please give me a review. You can also reach out to me if you have any feedback. Send me an email to hello@susannereiche.com or send me a DM on Instagram. I'm Susanne Reiche, one word there as well. And I hope I talk to you soon. Bye for now. Have a great week.